girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much.
Hey y'all, this is your host Andrea, and you are tuned into Black Girl Gems, and we about to get into some things, y'all. So go ahead and get your wine or your tea or your water ready. And if you're not following me, please go ahead and follow me on Drea Baby, and that is DR3A _ BBY on Instagram. And tune in because we about to get into some things, honey. We about to get into some things.
We don't teach boys the same. We raise girls to see each other as competitors, not for jobs or for accomplishments, which I think can be a good thing, but for the attention of men.
Hey y'all, what's up? So today we are going to talk about binary Bitcoin scams and Forex trading scams. All these like quick money scam things that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are seeing on Instagram and some maybe even Facebook. I'm not really active on Facebook like that, but really on Instagram. So tune in because I'm going to drop some gems and tell you guys, all about this binary Bitcoin Forex trader or trader investment, promotions and things that you guys may have been seeing on social media. And as always, if you're not following me, please follow me at DR3A _ BBY. And sign to my DMs, let me know what you think, or, just share if you have some gems, if you know some stuff about this. But yeah, the main reason I want to even get into this is because I've noticed that you really need to be careful of the pages and the influencers you see who are promoting like Forex trading and Bitcoin binary investments. Not all of them are scams, but a lot of the people who are, promoting Bitcoin and binary investments, a lot of them are scam people. And especially in a time like right now where they know like people are desperate for money, they're desperate for quick money, for whatever reason, whether it's, you can't find a job that's paying the bills that you have, like it's not paying you enough, or you just can't find like a babysitter for your kids, or you're just like in a lot of debt. Like a lot of stuff has went on during these 2 years. Maybe if you were on unemployment and your unemployment ran out, whatever the reason may be, a lot of people are really out here scamming, and it's just a sad truth to it. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty, but yeah. So we're gonna really like kind of dive deep into this because I've been seeing this a lot. And like always, I always will tell you guys like what led up to like the topic of the day or the topic of the episode. But it's not, no one told me anything. No one slid into my DMs or nothing like that. It's just what I saw. So like I said, I know a lot of you guys may see on people's Instagram pages, you might see like in their bio, you might see like Forex trading or binary or Bitcoin binary investments or any of those like Wall Street type trading, like anything like that. It may look like, oh wow, this person's really into like stock and flipping stock and maybe investing in penny stocks and then flipping them. And if I'm not I'm a science major, but I'm not a finance major. So the best type of description I could give you is if you've ever seen Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, how he was like a Wall Street trader and he worked for like a really big like finance company. I think he worked for Goldman Sachs, and then he ended up losing his job. So and then he started investing in penny stocks. So I know that that's what you guys may think is happening. Like, oh, okay, maybe it's just someone like that. Like there is someone who like may put $20 in penny stocks and then watch it all day and it goes up to like $150 and then they cash out. I do not at all think that's the case in what we're seeing predominantly on Instagram. And I'm going to tap into some different definitions. So number one, a lot of the words that you might see is Forex trading, binary coding, and Bitcoin. Those are the main three ones that I've been seeing a lot. So number one, what is Forex trading? Forex trading is the foreign exchange, also known as FX or Forex market, and it is a global marketplace for exchanging national currencies. The second one is binary coding, what is it? It's a coding system using the binary digits 0 and 1 to represent a letter, digit, or other character in a computer or other electronic device. Now, Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is it is an electronic currency, like coins. And I think it's still a foreign, like something that's foreign, especially in the U.S., because we don't really use it a lot. And like I'm really into like YouTubing and like things that aren't really seen on TV. So like a lot of like the stuff that you'll see on YouTube and like on people's IG channels or whatever. So I remember before Nipsey Hussle kind of really blew up, he was constantly talking about Bitcoin and investing in Bitcoin. And I think he's East African. He's from Eritrea, if I said that right. I could be wrong how I pronounced that. But he's from out there, so he was big on Bitcoin, especially buying stuff and kind of investing it in the Bitcoin out in his home country. So from what I gathered, I do believe that Bitcoin is still it's a foreign currency that's not prevalent in America. So it's prevalent in other countries. So like maybe in Nigeria, you might be able to pay something with Bitcoin, or like in Uganda or Sudan or Morocco or France or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really from like the European area, so I don't know what's going on there. But as far as like these African countries, you may be able to pay with stuff in Bitcoin. So now when you put all three of those definitions together, Forex trading, binary coding, and Bitcoin, you kind of have to like ask yourself, like, what does all that mean together, right? So the way that it's advertised, the way that I see it being advertised on Instagram is things like, invest $500 and get back $10,000, or invest $200 and get back $3,000, right? Or I'm trying to actually look up the girl's page who she had a big investment, or she was big on promoting it, but I just have to find her so that I don't want to be out here spreading false information. Okay, perfect. So I found her. So she it's this picture. What she has is she has a picture of her Cash App balance, and her Cash App balance shows it's $10,841.95, and her caption is, I invested $500 in Bitcoin mining, and I got $10,000 in profit in just 3 hours. I made a withdrawal successfully to my Cash App and initiated cash out into my bank account. It's safe and 100% legit. Swear to God. DM Coach. I'm not gonna put her out there, but this girl's this girl's Instagram name is whatever it is _FX_trader. See what I'm saying about those keywords like Forex trader, FX, whatever. Follow her and tell her your name and tell her that I referred you. She's going to help you make the money too. Tell her that I referred you. Follow her now. Say hi so she will respond and you can get started. Promise she's 100% legit. Just 3 hours, you will get back your profit and come back appreciating me for sharing a legit investment opportunity. To you, believe and I don't know, she had like a lot of misspelling here. But basically, she was just bigging up the girl who I guess supposedly put her on, right? And then it's interesting because another girl had that same exact breakdown, same exact picture on her Instagram. So I kind of want to get into a little bit of story time because I feel like I kind of fell for that trap before, and I would be a hypocrite to sit up here and be doing this podcast and acting like, oh, this is, I'm better than others and I never did this. No, because at one moment I did get greedy and I did try to do one of these things. I had a friend, one of my homegirls from like when I was younger in high school. Well, not really a high school friend, but just from when I was in high school. She was promoting a lot of this, but this was like before anyone really knew about this Cash App, Forex trading, Bitcoin scam. And she constantly, always on her page, was showing her Cash App, like how she would cash out a Cash App and how she would like be cashing out $7K, $5K, $10K, $11K, just cashing out. Like, and she would be screen recording herself doing it. So I'm like, so I DM'd her. I'm like, girl, like, is this real? Like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 whatever. So she tells me to get in contact with this person, DM him, text him or whatever, and, and talk to him. So I did just that. I DM'd the person, or actually I think I texted the person that she told me to text, and he told me, yes, you will have to invest $500, and you should get back like I think he said like $7,000 to $10,000 profit. So I work a regular job, so I had $500 to play with, and I said, I could play with $500. Like if I for whatever reason, if I invest this $500 and it ends up being a scam, I'm gonna be mad, but it's not like the end all be all because I have a little bit of money saved up. So before I even sent the guy the money via Cash App, I asked him, like, okay, so tell me a little bit about, like, what is this? Like, what are you? Like, are you a finance person? Are you using binary coding? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you, like, playing with the numbers in the computer system to switch it? Like, what's going on? So he's like, yeah, I'm manipulating the computer system with binary coding. I'm like, all right. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not a finance major, but I know enough to know what binary coding is and understand that, like, people who are into like computer systems and IT and all that other like type of stuff, they know how to do all these coding to make the computer do what they want it to do. So boom, I sent him the $500 via Cash App. So I sent him the $500, and then what happens? A text message comes to my phone, and the text message says, you have I think I don't remember the exact amount, but it tells me like I have like $6,000 to $8,000 or $9,000 ready to cash out, and then it had like this code, and then it was saying that you need like $200 or $300 to get the money, to retrieve the money. So the guy, he's on the phone with me as all this is happening. So he's telling me, is this what you see? Did this text message just come through your phone? So he's reading to me over the phone, word for word, what the text message says to my phone. So now he tells me, all right, now you have to send me $300 and attach to the Cash App, tag the code of what's in the text message. So I do just that. So when I do that, 2 minutes later, I get another text message. Now the money has went up. It shot up to like, I think 13 to 15K that are saying that I have ready to cash out. And it's the same process. It repeats itself. He now reads to me word for word what the text message says. And now he's saying that I need to give him $899 to retrieve the 15K, right? So now I've already sent him a total of $800, right? I sent him $500 for the first, now $300 to receive the second. Now he wanted $899. So, like I always tell you guys, I'm Nigerian, and African, Caribbean, a lot of foreign people tend to speak in parables. And I know that my mother always says, like, at something that may work for someone else will never work for you, because I've dedicated you to God, and doing things that your friends might do, and then like all these scandalous things, and running the streets and trying to do all these like scams and jokes, and people, they could get away with it, but it will never be your portion. Like, that's just, my mother will always say that to me. So for whatever reason, like in that exact moment when the guy wanted me to send $899 to retrieve the $1,500, I remember my mother saying that. And I told him, you know what? I don't think that I want to do this. Like, just refund me the $500 and the $300, because at this point, this is in my spirit, it wasn't sitting well with me. And then on top of that, I remembered instantly what my mother would always say. So the guy was typical asshole, scamming type shit. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, once you send the money, there's no refund. All things are fine or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I hung up on him, and then I just click report, and then I just, got my money back from Cash App. And thank God, because Cash App is good in that way. So now that was so all this had to happen maybe 7 months ago, 8 months ago, right? All this whole thing. Now, a week later, I see a lot more people promoting it. I see a lot more people promoting this, Bitcoin, Cash App, investment, binary investment. I see a lot more people promoting it and saying that you should invest to get money. So I instantly remembered, I instantly remember this this situation that I had. So now I'm not fast forward where, it's 7 months later, I'm seeing all these people promoting it. So now I'm just like, all right, I don't know if it ever worked for my friend. I don't know if she ever got the money. She probably did. I'm not 100% sure, but according to her, she did. But for me, I just chose not to go any further with it because I just felt like, it wasn't right. I was being greedy. I already had a good job. They paid me very well. And I had a savings, and I was just doing well. And at that point, I was just being greedy, and there was no reason for it. And, most people know, like, whether it comes to if you in the streets or you doing whatever you're doing and it's not legitimate, when you get greedy, you tend to get caught. So the main gems and the takeaway that I want y'all to understand from this entire episode is that most middle-class citizens, especially where, I live in New Jersey, most middle-class citizens in New Jersey, your annual salary typically is like $75K. That's what's considered middle class in New Jersey. You can save $10,000 in like a year or a little under a year while you're paying $1,400 out in rent, bills, and whatever if you budget right. So if someone is offering you that in 3 hours with a $500 investment, you always have to ask yourself, what's the catch? Because if you're middle class, if you have this understanding that middle class citizens in a state like New Jersey making an annual salary of roughly $75K, it takes that with paying all their bills and student loans and car notes and car insurance, it takes them about a year to less than a year to save that. What is the catch for someone who's telling me I can make that in 3 hours? What's the catch? You always have to ask yourself that. Also understand that these scammers are not really sending people the money back via Cash App. These testimonials are fake. Now, I don't know if my friend's testimonial was fake. I can't really say, but I don't believe the ones that I see now. Like the ones that they have a supposed screenshot of their Cash App balance. That's not real. That's fake. That's one picture that someone has that's circulated amongst all of these like Forex trader investor people, and they're using that as promote this on your page and shout me out. And I don't know like if anybody remembers, but I remember back in like 2014 when there was a lot of scams of invest 100, make back 1,000, invest 200, make back 2,000, invest 300, make back 300. And a lot of people were doing those like, if you invest 100, we'll flip it and we'll give you back 1,000. If you invest 200, we'll flip it and make back 2,000. And I think they were doing that with gift cards, but it's like the same type of scam, but it's the only difference is it's with Cash App. And the main reason why people are thinking it's like, it's Forex trading, it's like the Wall Street type trading, and it's legit, it's a Bitcoin binary investment. No, the only reason why they're using Cash App as a platform to do that is because Cash App promotes and has some type of affiliation with Bitcoin. If you ever open your Cash App, your Cash App app, you'll notice that Bitcoin, like the price of Bitcoin is constantly going up and down. Like Cash App always promotes Bitcoin. Like if you want to buy a Bitcoin or Cash App, you can do that. So when they tell you you're investing $500, what's essentially happening, or what I believe is happening, is that these scammers are using binary coding to manipulate the $500 investment that you send them to now change that $500 investment to $5,000 or $15,000, however they do it. Like I said, I'm not a finance major. I'm not an IT systems or computer science major, but I'm sure that is something that they learned in college, binary coding. And, or maybe they didn't learn in college, maybe they just, some type of course that they learn how to manipulate your investment, quote unquote, to change the numbers of what you really sent them, right? And like I said, at times it's rough out here. Like it's really, a lot of people died, a lot of people are getting evicted, a lot of people lost their jobs. So like people are willing to do anything. Like, they're willing to essentially put put themselves out there and make it seem like they're legitimate, like, stock investors, and they're not. They don't care if people label them as scammers, because what do I care? I need to pay my bill. I have kids to feed. Whatever. And like Fab said on the Freddie versus Jason mixtape, it's getting spooky out here, literally, because niggas is really willing to do whatever they want to do to make some quick money, to make 10 bands real quick, or 20 bands or 15 bands real quick. And I do not believe that the people who are investing in these binary mining things, I don't think they're getting their money back. Not even that thing. I know they're not getting their money back. So it's like you also have to understand the sense of this. Like, if you are the person sending the money, you're sending it. So what, like, if I'm sending you $500 and my hope is that you're going to manipulate the computer system to alter that $500 investment to $15,000, that's on the scammer's end. They're altering it to manipulate the computer to make it look like I sent them $15,000. That's not how. They don't owe you. They're not guaranteed to send you back any money. You send them $500 and they wash their hands and they're like, okay, well, thanks for that. I'm up $15K. I don't gotta send you a cut for what? Why would I send you a cut for it? For what? There's no reason to. Everything in life, especially success and money, takes hard work and grinding to come back. There's always going to be a consequence when you try to get fast and quick money. Like, right now you might see these people and they're, promoting. And, like I said, on Instagram, everybody only promotes the good and all the happy and all the best highlight moments of their lives. But you don't really know what's going on with that person. You don't know if, they have a whole court case looming over their head and they're doing that because they need to pay their lawyer, or they have charges looming over their head, or whatever they got going on, or their bank told them, like, okay, like, you've been doing a lot of fraudulent activity and we, you just never know. So that's why I'm saying, like, just be careful, because it is really, it's really ruthless. And, it's just like, it's crazy. Like, people are really willing to do whatever and anything to get quick money. When you're working hard for your money and you take pride in what you do, and like you're working legitimately, you cherish and tend to spend more wisely when it's hard earned money. When you are making fast money, it is just that. It is fast money and it'll go just as fast. And, I always promote on our podcast this podcast is really about keeping things cute, classy, simple. And I really don't recommend anyone. I don't recommend any one of my listeners to go out there and try to make money this way as a side hustle, as a main hustle. Is just no reason for it at all. Like, 1, it's not cute. 2, it's not classy. And number 3, you don't know what charges come with that. At this point, I feel like when you start tapping into like electronic scams and like you're doing things electronically to manipulate platforms, I don't know if Cash App is a nationwide thing. So now it's not even a state charge. You're looking at federal charges. I don't know if manipulating Bitcoin or anything like that is it's so many unknowns. Then you don't know if your bank is monitoring how much how many cash out how many cash outs you're getting into your bank account. Like, you never know. All these things are monitored by the federal government. So right now, for the people who are doing it, they may be getting away with it, but you never know. It may get to a point that, okay, you cashed out $50K from Cash App, and they realized that you were doing binary coding, you were manipulating all the cash outs that you sent, and you cashed out $50K, but in reality, you only really received $5K. You don't think that they're going to, Cash App has to connect to your bank account or a debit card. So it may cash up to them a year or 2 down the line where they're like, you owe us $45,000. So you just never, ever, 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 ever know. You just don't know. And for me, I feel like, this may hit a note for some people who are into binary Bitcoin investments and Forex trading. I'm not knocking you if you are listening and you are like a legit Forex trader, which is great, because I know that there's some people who that's their side hustle. They actually do invest in penny stocks and they watch the stocks all day. And once they might invest $20. Once they get to 150, they cash out and they do it all day. And that's amazing. That's a beautiful thing. I commend you with, it's the side hustle. It's, easy money, whatever. But for the people who are scamming people out of their money and they're promoting and they're doing all that stuff on Instagram, like I said, everything that glitters is not gold. And I am a firm believer, especially after what I experienced. I just feel like, people are so quick to try to get money by scamming, and they don't realize it's going to bite you in the ass in the long run. Even if you're not like a religious person, the universe doesn't work that way where you're just going to get 10K, it's going to fall into your hand, and everything is just going to be copacetic and work for you and, be nothing but like positive and blessings coming. No, it's hard work is what helps you reap good blessings. You reap fruit because you're a laborer. You worked hard, so that's how you get your fruits. But if you think that I'm going to invest $500 and all I have to do is wait 3 hours and I'm going to get $10,000 back, you should be smarter than that. And I'm assuming most people who listen to this podcast, you guys are relatively educated, so you should know, that doesn't really sound good. That sounds too good to be true. So like I said, the main takeaways from this is just understand that Forex trading and binary coding and Bitcoin, these are all legitimate things. Forex trading is a legitimate thing. Bitcoin is a legitimate electronic currency, but you just have people who are basically using binary coding to manipulate whatever investment you send them, and they mask it as Bitcoin, and then you send them a $500 investment. They use binary coding to manipulate the amount you send them, and then it reflects on their Cash App, not really on your Cash App. And then that's how essentially you get scammed, because you are the sender, they are the receiver. So that's why I just said, you got to be smart. Like I said, like Fab said on Friday versus Jason's getting spooky out here. Niggas is out here really, jerks and doing whatever they can. They don't care that there's been a whole pandemic. Mad niggas died. They are, it's ruthless. People are willing to do whatever. So, you might really just think, oh, I'm gonna just give it a try anyways. Go ahead. But like I said, for me, I did a $500 investment. It ended up turning he needed $300. And by the time I realized that he wanted $800. So when you really think about it, it starts off at $500, but by the time you finish investing, you didn't invest in $1,600, now you're out $1,600. In New Jersey, that's rent. You just lost rent because you were being greedy. So, it's just something to think about. And I know this might hit a nerve for a lot of people who feel like, oh, well, I invested, or, I'm a Forex trader, or, whatever. Like, I know it definitely might hit a nerve for a lot of people, but like I always say, guys, hard work is how you're going to get money. Hard work is how you're going to be able to get tens of thousands of dollars, not a quick get money quick rich scheme. No, that's not how it works. I don't encourage none of my listeners to do nothing like that. And I just, like I said, just be careful, because people are really out here scamming people. So yes, as always, please, guys, slide into my DMs, let me know what you think. Tell me also too, did you ever have a experience like this? Did you ever try to invest in any of these binary Bitcoin investments? And did it work for you? Did it not work for you? Like I said, I did, but I didn't really fully go through it because I remember what my mother said. And more also is I realized I was just being greedy, and getting that type of money, you can make it by just working hard and stacking your bread. And you cherish your money more when you do things like that. So, as always, guys, please follow me on Instagram at dr3a_bby. Slip a sign to my DM and let me know, guys, what y'all think. And as always, until next time.
Listen for you, what the fuck you doing? Ain't nobody hold your hand, use a grown man, boss up, nigga short. Ain't nobody got the